Show here on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. I'm Ellen Como, your host, and I'm here with Justin today. Hi, Justin.
Hey, Alan, what's up?
Nothing. He's going to be here on the show today because I ran into 3 people this morning. One of them has taken on so much in their life, Justin, that they have no idea what's going on. Like they're trying to please everybody. They're taking on everything, and what they're finding is that they can't deliver to anyone.
Going a mile a minute?
Going a mile a minute. And I'm sure you know those people, and I'm sure we've all been there at a certain point in our life where we take on so much and then we actually sell it really well and we deliver it really well. And then someone comes up to us and wants either that service or that time or that coffee or whatever that we've, promised to them, and we don't have the time or the goods to give them. So I'm sure you've known those people, right?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yes. And then you have the other one that kind of speed. They all of a sudden, they stop their world for just a minute. Whatever they're doing, they're whizzing by you around a corner and they stop and they look at you and they give you what you need for that minute and then they're gone. And you kind of go, where'd they go? So I'm sure you've met someone like that.
Oh, of course, disappearing back into the shadows.
Yes. And then you have that one person that kind of moves along slowly, deliberately. Every time they see you, they take the time. They really hear what you're saying. They really take in what you're saying. They never make a promise that they can't fill. They just kind of go through life in a different speed than the rest of us. And sometimes the one person that is promising everybody everything is wondering, how in the world is this person that's slowly and deliberately moving along, how are they able to do and achieve what they're achieving? So have you seen all those 3 differences between those people? And I started, when I talked to, it was funny talking to all 3 of them this morning and hearing their experiences. And I was brought to Disneyland of all places and thinking about Disneyland. Thinking about the roller coaster. Being on that roller coaster, whizzing.
Space Mountain, right?
Really, right? Just whizzing by. All we see is those little stars in the air, and our hands are up, and we don't know where we're going, and we have this level of an excitement and fear at the same time, but we're just going. We can't really, other than seeing maybe those stars that are floating around, we can't really see anything distinctly. There's no real story. The only story of Space Mountain is just elation and fear. That's it. Now, while you're waiting in line for Space Mountain, they take you on a nice story till you get there. And I think that's why everybody enjoys Disneyland so much, because if you're 1 or you're 91 or 101, it is a whole park of storytelling. And they're so good at it. So we have the roller coaster whizzing us along and we can barely see what's going on and we're just flying. We have no control. We have no idea where the up, where the down. That life is kind of a little bit like that, isn't it?
All the time.
All the time. Okay, now we're looking at, let's go to the next one, Indiana Jones ride. One of my favorites, by the way. The Indiana Jones ride, you are flying around a corner. All of a sudden, the car just kind of
abrupt.
Put.
And there you are.
There you are. And you don't know, you have that anticipation because you know something's about to happen. Now, is that air guns coming out that you can't see, but you can feel them and they're flying through your hair? What is it? Then you round another corner and they're snakes, So, and then you whiz around the other corner and it's so controlled, but what they're doing is they're telling you a story. They're leading you on this story. They're so good at that. And now let's move to the next ride. And I'm going to go 2 rides over to the Haunted Mansion. Because the Haunted Mansion, you get on these little they set you up with the story. And then they put you in these little things that they called coffins.
Ooh.
I know, so scary. But you're brought up and they turn you around at a strategic moment and they show you part of the story, and then they move you to the next part of the story. So the one thing that I've got to say about Disneyland, when you walk off at every ride, you feel satisfied. And I think a lot of that comes from the fact that they really took the time, whether they're whizzing through that roller coaster or on that slow little boat or coffin, they take the time to tell a story along the way. And they're really brilliant at doing that. Now, what does it have to do with fitness? What does this possibly have to do with fitness?
I'm waiting. I'm earnest.
And I'm talking about fitness, relationships, and work today. How are you going through life? I think if we can combine, which would probably be the Pirates, Trader, Indiana Jones, right in the middle, right?
Okay.
Let's combine and look at life that way, where we speed around a corner and we slow down at those perfect strategic moments. Because if we just live our life, our relationships, our job, our fitness on that roller coaster, flying, never knowing what's coming, and our hands in the air, and just elation and fear, we're missing so many parts of the journey.
Yeah, you're going to look back and notice you missed details along the way that were probably special and important.
Yes, details that really make up your story, your life, your journey. And then if we go over and we're on that little tiny coffin and we slowly and deliberately have these moments of darkness, and then all of a sudden turn around and then there's this story told, those moments of darkness are unused. They're moments that could be memories and treasures for us that we're not paying attention to. But if we...
So either way, on both of those spectrums, either you're speeding through or you're going too slowly, you're probably missing something
along the way. Exactly. And then we have Indiana Jones, where he speeds you around and they stop you. And then you get that full experience. And they speed you and they stop you. So just think, now we're going to put all that together. And let's look at the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Ooh, one of my favorites.
That's one of my favorites too. And you know why I think that is everyone's favorite? Is because they slowly and deliberately move you along. They let you take in the whole journey on the way. They're not turning you from left to right, with moments of darkness, of moments of speed. They're allowing you to creep through the whole entire story from these pirates, from this very peaceful place in the Caribbean. And then all of a sudden you're thrown into this war where these pirates take over the city. And at the end, sadly, they do. So you're getting the whole entire story and you're living out the whole entire story. So when you get off that ride, whether you're 2 or whether you're 92, you know the story and you've gotten all the lessons. You've seen the little tiny nuances of the little dog that's barking, or you see the nuance of that where the women are up there and they're auctioning them off, and then the one heavier set woman is chasing the guy when the guys are all chasing the big buxom other women, So, we really get to take in every moment of the story. And I'm equating this to our work, to our relationships, and to our fitness as well. Are we someone that goes into work every day and it just whizzes by? We have no idea what we did all day. We walk out the door, we get home, we sit down and go, what just happened there? How much did we miss? A lot. We missed a lot of lessons. We missed a lot of opportunities for growth. And there's things that we missed that we will never even know. And then if we go speeding around a corner and just are coming to that halt, we're speeding around in our relationships and work and our fitness. What's going on when we're speeding? What are we doing?
It's like the controlled chaos.
Exactly.
Living that way.
Yeah. And let's say if you're in a relationship and you go speeding in this relationship, and then every now and then you put, you kind of dig in your heels and you've got these things shooting at you from either side with air, it's not going to feel like a very safe relationship. Mm-hmm. Right. And then you've got and now you're in your little coffin and you're creeping along in darkness, and then all of a sudden you see this little story told out for you, and you're going along on your fitness journey, and you have these moments of complete darkness where you have no idea why you're doing what you're doing, and then all of a sudden you see that, okay, I got to do this exercise and I got to eat this food. But you have those moments of darkness and no one's even taught you why you're supposed to be doing this, mm-hmm. Correct? So now let's put everybody on the Pirates of the Caribbean in work, in relationships, and in fitness. We get on there and a story is told. We get to experience every little nuance and every part of the journey, learning from, wow, it's not a very good idea if maybe you do this. The pirates are going to take over your city if you don't protect yourself, right? Or we get to enjoy that, man at the very beginning who's sitting there on his rocking chair and it's all very calm and peaceful and quiet, knowing that the chaos is coming, but also knowing we're going to get off the ride and the chaos will be over. And that's so close to our relationships. When you're in a relationship, you want to be able to have those moments of peace. And you're going to have those moments of battles. But in the end, usually, okay, in Disneyland, the pirates won. That doesn't necessarily have to happen. You both can win in a relationship together.
Let's hope so.
Yeah, that's the goal, or then that's what happens when there's a breakup, right? Or we're in work, we're at our work, and if we show up every day and we show up excited and just very excited about the journey ahead and what story is going to be told to us today, and what new thing are we going to see that we've never seen before? What are we going to learn that we've never learned before? And then when we get in our car to drive home, we're going to get to think about, that was a really good experience. Wow, I've never talked to that person before. Gosh, that was a great lesson that I never would have known. I tried this today that I didn't try yesterday, and look what happened. And now let's get to fitness. If you go into fitness believing that it's a lifelong journey with no destination, it's going to be a story that you're going to tell yourself. I got to say, your fitness journey is an actual story that you do have control over.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
There's going to be little pitfalls along the way. You might get injured. You might get sick. But it's not a relationship you're in with somebody else. You have no control, really. And in life, we really have no control. And our work, things come up all the time. We don't even know what's going to come up. But in fitness, we have a little bit more control where we can make these choices. And what I'm seeing a lot of the times going on in fitness is we've taken this attitude of bigger, faster, stronger. And people think if they're not in there going better, faster, stronger, they're not getting results. But they're so busy trying to rush the process. They're like the Indiana Jones ride. They're not learning the lessons along the way that they can have for life. Mm-hmm. So that's what I want to talk about today is in our fitness journey, along with relationships and work, to make sure you're not rushing through life. You're not rushing through those opportunities to learn. And in fitness, I have to tell you, and I will say this to the day I'm no longer on this earth. Fitness is something and a healthy lifestyle that you should take on forever. This should not be a 90-day. This should not be a 120-day. This shouldn't be a 30-day. This shouldn't be until I go on the cruise. This shouldn't be until the wedding. This shouldn't be until that big party. This needs to be a choice that you make for your life, because this is going to help with your quality of life. It's not only about how you look, it's also going to be how you feel. It's going to be how you age. It's going to be a journey. So how old are you, Justin?
I'm 25.
Okay. Now, and you probably look at, fitness or anything like that. It's so hard for you to believe, like, I'm going to be 50 one day, isn't it?
I don't even want to think about it.
Exactly, right? Well, let me tell you, it comes faster than you think. I can tell you because I'm there. And, when you get there, you want to be living a good quality of life, don't you?
Yeah, I want to have been able to look back and know that I, did things the Pirates of the Caribbean right away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the slow, the steady, you did it, you stayed committed. And so that's the kind of, when you're 25, a lot of the times it's so hard to realize that what you're doing today, you're doing for yourself when you are 50. That's why you don't quit along the way. Now, you will have moments where you might take time off of fitness. I even did it, fitness being my life, my passion. I took some time off right around the time I was having children. But I did get back into it when I was pregnant with my second son. So you're going to have times where you take a little bit of a fitness vacation. That's going to happen. But I want everyone, no matter where you are in your fitness journey, maybe you need to get into your fitness journey and you don't know where to start. Or you've been on that fitness journey, and I'm getting a lot of this feedback. A lot of people are coming into my studio right now, and they are coming back from injuries all over the place. Mm-hmm. And so it's like, okay, maybe you're coming back from injuries and you don't know where to turn. You just know if you keep doing what you were doing, you keep getting injured and you don't know why. And now you've got to change the way and what you're doing. And then you're going along, you're working out every day, you're showing it up every class. You really found this great as far as exercise plan for yourself. But you're still not getting the body you want. You're still not feeling as good as you want to feel. And that is because of your nutrition. And what I'm seeing with people in their nutrition, just like their fitness, and it's, it's kind of our society in a general. We want everything right now. Everything yesterday. That's why we have the internet. It's funny. When we used to send emails out, even 10 years ago, if we might not get any email back for like 2 days, and that was okay. But now, because of texting, we believe the email should come back as fast as the text should come back.
Just 10 years later, right?
Yes, right? Now, when you send out an email, being 25 years old, how fast do you expect a result?
Oh, I'm expecting, since everyone in the world has a smartphone, that you saw that email right when I sent it. So as soon as possible, right?
Okay, so if it goes 24 hours, what are you thinking?
That person is ignoring me.
Okay, there you go, right? Now, that could not be the case. Maybe they're researching, maybe they had something come up, but because we are so programmed to think that we're supposed to have everything right away, now we're starting to believe that about our bodies. Yeah, about our fitness, about our nutrition. If I start eating healthy, my whole entire body should change in like 30 days, right?
Transform.
Exactly. It's a slow journey. And the other thing that you're lacking when you kind of go in there for 30 days and like, oh my gosh, and I want to lose all this weight. And I have people walk into my gym all the time and they will say to me, Ellen, I don't want to know why I'm doing what I'm doing, and I don't care why I'm eating what I'm eating. You just tell me what to do and I'll do it. And what I tell them, each and every one of them, is that will not work for me. I'm sorry, I am your wrong trainer and nutrition coach, because I don't run that way. How I run is this is a dual partnership between the two of us. And there's going to be dual education between the two of us. And there's going to be a dual communication between the two of us. We are going to be on that Pirates of the Caribbean ride the whole entire time. We're going to both play out the story together. I'm going to be right next to you on that boat. And if you can't figure it out, I'm going to explain why. That happened because of this.
It's a great way to look at that. I like the way that you...
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you can appreciate the ride with your friend or with your client. That's so cool.
Yeah, but this is a partnership. And why this is a partnership in my classes and in my nutrition, by the way, is because the more you know, the more successful you will be. You'll be successful while you are at the party. You will be successful when you're at that picnic. You'll be successful while you're at that amusement park trying to pick out something to eat. You are going to be more successful when Ellen's not standing right next to you on that ride at Pirates of the Caribbean. You're still going to be enjoying the journey without me. But the more that I can spend time with you and explain to you why, and even in my classes, you know why you're doing what you're doing. It's my technique called Mind on Muscle technique. I want you to know what muscle is working and why it's working. And I want you to know why we're going from one move to the next move. I don't want to be up in the front saying, okay, everyone, here I am, just follow me.
Yeah, this is not ignorance here. We're not promoting ignorance here.
One of my best compliments for me, and a lot of trainers might not say this, but for me, is when I am up there teaching and I will see one of my members fixing another member's form. Because then I know that I have taught this one person. And I always tell my members, to become a better student is when you become a teacher. So when you are teaching, you are learning. Absolutely. So for you to be able to look at somebody next to you and say, you know what, you should try it this way, because maybe I haven't gotten there yet where I can see it. And as soon as I see somebody do that, I don't try to break in and say, wait, no, that's my job. I step back and I watch and I see what they're doing. And then if I see them going in the wrong direction, I'll go over and assist. And I have to say 9 times out of 10 at the end of class, the member that did the correcting and helped the other member will walk up and apologize to me. Say, I'm so sorry. I did this. And what I always tell them is, are you kidding? That was just a moment of joy for me, because the fact that you knew to do that meant I'm doing my job. The fact that you did that told you that you have this information now. you have grown in fitness. So that is a difference between me standing up there and just saying, follow me, and not telling you anything about why. If I do that, you're never going to be looking over at somebody else and saying, wait, let me help you. I know what that's supposed to look like, or what that's supposed to feel like. Try that. So I love that in my classes, I am growing a number of learners and thinkers in fitness. So they're going to go off to the hotel, or they're going to go on vacation, or wherever they go, they're going to be able to take all of this knowledge and information and get a great workout wherever they go. And the longer they come to me, the more they're going to learn. So I think we have to take a break here. When we get back, we're going to talk a little bit more about nutrition. This is Ellen Como and Justin today on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS.